It's time to write a kernel essay now. Before we start, I'd like to say you could pause this video anytime you want to and do the steps with us. Or you could just watch it all the way through and see an overview of what it looks like to do a kernel essay. This one's going to be a memory reflection. So the first thing that you do is look at your quick list and see if you see anything in here that you'd really like to talk about or think about for a few minutes. It needs to be something not too private because we will be sharing these. So every single thing that you wrote down on your quick list has memories around it. So pick something that you would like to talk about. And it needs to be a moment, not a week or a month, not elementary school or Christmas vacation, but one specific moment. And then when you get one picked out, you write it at the top of your page. And here's how the kernel essay works. I will ask you 5 questions about that moment in your life. And all you need to do is answer each question in a complete sentence. Okay? So think about that topic and ask, and here's your first question. Where were you? So for number 1, tell where you were in a sentence. Number 2, what was the first thing that happened? Tell that in one sentence. Then what was the next thing that happened? Write one sentence for that part. Then what was the last thing that happened in that memory? One sentence for that. Last, what did you think about then, or what did you realize? What was one thing you thought either then or now? That's sentence number 5. And that is a kernel essay. Those 5 sentences are a kernel essay. They tell all about that one memory. And when you look at, this is the structure that we used. It's called memory reflections. It's laid out like stepping stones to track the movement of your mind. Literally, where you were, what happened first, what happened next, what happened last, and what you realized. That's a kernel essay. So would you like to see an example? My friend Stacy wrote about falling one time, and there's her topic, there's her structure, same as yours, and then her kernel essay. I was at Hampton's Marina on a small boat with a new friend. We were preparing to head out bay fishing for the day. We had more gear than we needed, so I grabbed the excess to take to my pickup. As I stepped out of the boat and onto the dock, something went terribly wrong. Splash, I was in the water. I thought I should probably just enjoy the laugh. No humans or fishing gear were harmed in the process. And that, you can trace the parts. She tells where she was, what happened first, what happened next, what happened last, and what she thought. Those are the same steps for any kind of writing that my students do that's besides a journal entry. When it's not free writing, it's really written for someone else to read. Those are the 3 steps. The topic choice, then they choose a structure, then they try out their structure, writing 1 sentence per box, and then they have someone hear it. Those 1, 2, 3, I heard this. 3 people, humans, will sign their name after the author of this piece reads it out loud to them. That's an important step. And you can see mine is really messy. And here's one on the right-hand side that's more professionally done. It doesn't matter what you're using, something that's polished or something that's hand-drawn. The steps are the same. Topic, structure, kernel essay, and then share it with somebody. Then you listen to it when you're reading it and see if you like it. Why is it called a kernel essay? Well, because it's like a seed. It's not the whole essay, but what can you do with it? You can do anything you want to with it. You could plant a whole seed into a field. You could write a collection of kernel essays and have a little booklet of your memories. Or you could take that one kernel essay and embed it with flashbacks, kind of like Forrest Gump. You tell flashback after flashback, and you could put your whole life story into that one kernel essay. Or you could take that one kernel essay and expand the parts to be a full essay. All it needs is the details. Each sentence could become a paragraph or more. So here's the sequence that I like to do. We start small. We write a kernel essay and share it. Put it away. Then the next day, write another kernel essay and share it. Put that away. And the third day, write a third kernel essay, I'd say with the same structure at first. Share it, put it away, and then let the students look at their kernel essays and choose which one is their favorite that they would like to turn into a full essay, and use that for adding details. Also, you should think about putting your kernel essay structures up on the wall so you have a collection of text structures that your class has used and that your students would feel comfortable using. You can add to this all year long, and this one is a perfect one for starters. Next, we're going to try out another structure.